Touch. All right, it's here. Tuesday, 9 p.m. 5 minutes after the hour. Still gonna get it in. 55 minutes. AC Sports Live here. 17th day of September. My Eagles fumbled the bag big time. Talk about it. It was a week of upsets. All the big teams lost, so we got some parity in the league. My Bruins don't look so good. We're going to take another look at the schedule. It might not be a good season. I'm talking about under 5 wins. It's looking scary. Saul Canelo Alvarez dominates. Who's next? Tua Tagovailoa in his 4th concussion in 2 years. Why he should shut it down, and I'll tell my concussion story and why he probably won't retire just yet. My 2 cents. The Tender Love Report returns, and Uncle Shay is on it. And of course, it's Unk season, and my sports Flix. Money Game US as a LSU. This is AC Sports Live. Let's get it.
He ain't never slumber, never put him to the test. He be reigning king forever, resurrected after death. All praise to God, brother, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, all praise to the one.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, so the Eagles lost last night in a game we definitely should have won. And it does come down to Saquon Barkley simply catching that pass from Jalen Hurts. I'm still rocking my Jalen Hurts jersey because this game was not on Jalen Hurts. Even though he did throw the pick at the end, that was a bonehead mistake, but that will come when you realize that all you needed was a field goal and you have one of the best kickers in the league. You needed 15, maybe 20 yards to get in field goal range and win the game. However, he said in his press conference he was trying to make a play. I'll take that. It's only game 2. Other parts of the game that really made me mad. Even with Saquon dropping that pass. Let's go back to the first quarter where we went for a touchdown and didn't take the points. There is a time in a game when you gamble, but you never want to be so aggressive, especially at home, that you cost your team points. That's 3 points right there. I'm glad the tush push got some momentum, got back going after being stopped week 1. That's promising. It helped my fantasy team, and Jalen Hurts got a touchdown on the tush push. But if we had 4th and 3 to end the game with the tush push in mind, you run the ball with Saquon Barkley, say you only get 2.5 yards. The clock's still running, and you could run off 30 seconds and call timeout. Run the tush push, another 25 seconds comes off the clock. Chances are you get the first down. 2 yards plus 1 yard first down. We got cute, got greedy, gave them a chance. And Kirk Cousins is Dak Prescott without melanation. He's a good regular season quarterback. The defense that Vic Fangio dialed up, a tight cover 2. I wouldn't say a soft cover 2 because a soft cover 2 takes away the deep corner route. Our corners were sitting at 6 or 7 yards, taking away the flats. Get in a cover 4, outside leverage, and take away anything deep and outside. You're not going to bring pressure and allow a veteran quarterback to dot you up. They didn't even get into a 3rd down situation the entire drive. And then on the goal line, well, in the red zone, it wasn't even the goal line. It was maybe the 8 or 10-yard line. Big play back in the day, Slay. He's big play back in the day, Slay. They should have never shown the replay. Young cornerbacks. There's a reason why receivers don't run out routes on the goal line. It's because if you're disciplined, it's a very risky throw for the quarterback. So if Darius Slay does his one step drop read as a corner, peeking through the tackle to the guard to the quarterback, and if the quarterback does not raise up and throw the football now, your eyes go right back to your man, to his hips. His excuse in the press conference was that it was a good route. He did a good job and he beat me on the route. It was a regular chop your feet option route. Of course, you take away the slant. That's an easier throw. So you play inside leverage. Got that. But if you're going to play a catch technique, you're not going to back up because you're in the red zone. Allow for some contact. Grab him if you have to. And once he makes that determination and he's going out, you ride his downfield hip and make the quarterback throw a perfect pass. Instead, you look in the backfield the entire time. And by the time you look at the receiver, he has the ball and it's touchdown, game time. So a number of things should have happened. But it goes back to coaching and play calling. Why are you only up 6 points to the Falcons? On paper, the Eagles are supposed to be the best team in the league. Saquon played a masterful game until that drop. Jalen Hurts played a masterful game until that last interception. So Eagles, this on you. We missed A.J. Brown, yes. And Devontae Smith had a touchdown in his hands, but Jesse Bates is an all-pro safety. He made a play. Players make plays. We didn't execute. We still had a chance to win it. Came up short. Football is a game of inches, and we did not take advantage of those inches. Just shame on us. Get better. Take a look and see who we got next. I could be really, really upset, but it's the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not too upset about it. It happens, but it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't come down to it. And yes, you should get booed off the field. Eagles fans don't play that. Saquon, get your first taste of the Boo Birds. Catch that ball, and we're not even talking about this. Game over. So Eagles schedule, we got, oh goody, we got the Saints, who just stomped the Cowboys. So if you want to get some redemption, beat the team that just beat the Cowboys 44. What did the Cowboys have? 10 points? The New Orleans Saints is probably the most dangerous team in the league right now. They beat the Cowboys 44-19. And it wasn't even close. So we got to go to the Superdome. Oh boy, we got to go to the Superdome and stop David Carr and Alvin Kamara, who have been putting up points like it's nobody's business, scoring 47 week 1 versus the terrible Carolina Panthers. At 44-19 to the Dallas Cowboys, who are also pretty good on paper. This will be a good one. I wish it was prime time, but it's at 10 a.m. on Sunday. I will be there watching, hoping, praying. Dr. Frazier in here. What's good, my brother? I think Kelsey and the booth helped fire the team up. Sure. We need Kelsey to come back and play one more season. Rubio, showtime. They should have rode Saquon like a rented mule all game long. You figure 3 yards on third and was it third? I'd give it to him on 4th and 3. 3rd and 3, whatever it was, I would have ran him a game of inches and flags. It's a happy boy city. Flags, man, the referees are destroying the game. Oh, man, Rubio sent me a graphic that 17 times that Patrick Mahomes has been bailed out by the referees. Was it on interceptions? I can't remember what the scenario was, but I can pull it up right now because Rubio was like, yo, where's the show? Yeah, here it is. Patrick Mahomes just threw his 17th interception that was called back due to defensive penalty. The most in the NFL since 2018. So interceptions are being nullified for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's Cheats. Cheats, not the Chiefs. Cheats. Chevy and Nasty in here from the ride. Tough game for the Eagles. Cousins looked like a hero. He didn't have any pressure, man. He just sat back there and had 7-on-7. And the Eagles didn't make it even an ounce of tough on him. It was just simple. He walked down the field. It's D Mac in here. E. Why? You. No. Dak said we gonna do better. Dak said we gonna do better. You have to do better. Everybody's like afraid of the Saints right now. E Money Bentley said go Birds. Even though we are not happy right now, it's still go Birds. Jalen Hurts, protect that football, man. He said the Eagles sucked. We just didn't play well. We still had a chance to win. Last year we went 10-1 in ugly victories. So games like this last year we would have won. But this year, we're going to lose the games that we play like this. So I like what Kellen Moore is doing with the offense. It's a little bit less obvious. However, when it's time to be ground and pound, don't get cute and do a play action pass. Now, I did look at that play again, and Smitty was open across the middle. I would have loved for him to throw it to Devontae Smith right there instead of Saquon Barkley, who has the most drops by any running back, I believe, in the last 5 years or so. So, with that being said, but you haven't seen Saquon drop a ball since he's been with the Eagles until last night. Now we know that's what he's capable of. I thought it was just because his quarterbacks in New York stink. I don't know. Raiders beat the Ravens. I didn't think that was going to happen. Nobody did. D-Mac is another Raider fan in here. Long Beach East Side. Raiders. Arizona is balling after Kyler Murray finally throws the ball to the star. I'm not sure what he was thinking about the previous week, saying, I don't think it's my job to throw the ball to the rookie or to anybody. My job is to get the ball to the open man. No, your job is to get the ball to your superstar wide receiver with the Hall of Fame last name and who you took first overall, first pick, top 5. Get the man the ball. He's a man-child, man. Cousins is a vet. You got to beat him. You got to get to him. He can't move. He got one leg. Do we need to bring back the pass rushers we lost? Do we need to re-sign Cox and what's the young man's name that went to try to play for the Jets and never found a contract? SG Trilogy in here. Plug one. Raider Nation is in the building. All these Raider fans is popping in here. I guess it is Raider Nation tonight. Sweet Brother Noomsy likes the idea. Raider Nation, how do we feel about the fantasy teams? My fantasy teams went 2-2. So my No Fun League and Anti-ESPN, where CMC is now on injured reserve for 4 weeks, I'm going to hold on to him because when he comes back, if I can just stay in the mix and he returns, I'll be all right. And in No Fun League, somehow or another, I'm getting some dubs. In the 4CI football league, or church league, I took the L on the chin, losing to Sweet Brother Noomsy. And in my War Room, I can't score. The scoring system in the War Room football league, I just can't figure it out. Fletcher Cox is 124 years old. I don't know how old he is, but he got his butt whooped. Go Seahawks? What are the Seahawks? I have Jackson and Jimba on my team, but he's on the bench. If he's going to keep balling out like that, did he have 12 catches for 150 but no touchdowns? I don't know. But it was an upset week. Niners went down, Cowboys went down, Ravens went down, and the Eagles went down. I didn't even talk trash about the Cowboys losing like that. That was Stephen A. and them. And the football god still said, as you watch this game nonchalantly, I'm going to show you how hard it is to win a football game in the NFL. As I looked at the clock and I looked at the score, I didn't like it. One score. We give the ball back. And when he dropped that pass, I said, we're going to lose. I got Cup in one league. He's done. Debo in another. He's done. CMC in another. He's done. I have Chubb in 2 leagues. You got MASH, man. The walking infirmary. Everybody's hurt on your team. You're waiting for everybody to come back so you can ball out. So that means you set. If you could just hang on, make a few trades, a couple pickups for some guys that might be some sleepers. Speaking of sleepers, the backup running back for CMC totally drops the ball. He says he was aware that he was playing on Friday. Jordan Mason spills the beans. You're supposed to report to the league as early as Thursday. You can't keep secrets. If you knew he wasn't playing on Friday, you're supposed to report it. Jordan Mason gets caught in a situation. He's happy. He just had his game of his life. He thought it was a good thing saying I knew Friday. I got 2 days to prepare. He was supposed to say, I found out this morning, so the Niners would not be in trouble. So when they asked him at the press conference, he was upset because now it seems like they caught him in a lie. They caught him in the situation where he told the truth and now caught him in trouble. Well, it's not him that's in trouble. It's the Niners for being dishonest. I'm sure he had no idea that he was saying something that he shouldn't say. So shame on the Niners. Hopefully you get fined and lose a draft pick. The Saints with Derek Carr looks scary. Baker and the Bucks looks crazy too. This season looks weird. There's going to be some parity, man. We don't have any of this in the prediction globe of our fortune teller NFL snow globe. We didn't know this was going to happen like this. The Bucks. Now I did try to pick up Mike Evans. We know he's going to get 1,000 yards. That's all he does. But Baker Mayfield's the MVP right now. Or Derek Carr. Alvin Kamara. That's the NFL for you, man. Not for long. You don't stay on top for long if you don't take care of business. Speaking of staying on top, UCLA, it don't look good for the Bruins. We got manhandled by the Indiana Hoosiers, the worst team in the Big Ten. Even though they did look pretty good. I don't know if it's because we're bad or they have a new outlook. Like, what happened? All of a sudden, Indiana looks like a football school. So going to the Big Ten week 3, we get beat 42-13 by the Hoosiers. It didn't even look right. The Hoosiers. You figure 2 old school blue blood basketball schools playing football. Going back to Deshaun Foster saying we're in LA. And the head coach of Indiana said we're going to the Rose Bowl to beat somebody. And they did. So looking at UCLA's schedule, as bad as we looked versus Hawaii, and as bad as we looked versus Indiana. And this is coming from a person who was diehard, hoping the Bruins can figure it out. I don't know if we win another game. It looked that bad. And in the Big Ten, They got us at the very bottom. If you go to the Big Ten standings, they got Indiana at top, but they've scored the most punts. Indiana, Michigan State, Illinois, Nebraska, Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Rutgers, USC, Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, Northwestern, UW, Wisconsin, Purdue, Maryland, and UCLA. I'm not a mathematician, but that's more than 10. That's way more than 10. And here's our next few games. At LSU. L. That's 1 and 2. Oregon comes to the Rose Bowl. That's an L. We're 1 and 3. We travel to Penn State. Time to be determined. I don't think it matters what time it is. 1 and 4. Minnesota is 2 and 1. Hard-nosed football. 1 and 5. Rutgers is 2 and 0. We have a chance. So we're 2 and 5. If we get a win over Rutgers, okay, 2 and 5. Wishful thinking. Nebraska, number 22 in the country, with fake Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. That's an L. So we're 2 and 6. Iowa comes to the Rose Bowl. Hard-nosed football. That's a push. But we're probably going to lose. 2 and 7. UW. I think UW might be down, but they're still better than UCLA. 2 and 7. 2 and 8. USC will be, they're number 11 in the country. We'll find out this week how good USC is. 2 and 9. And then we finish up with Fresno. We should be able to beat Fresno, a Mountain West team who's been beat up on. Hopefully San Jose State puts them out of their misery the prior week. That will make us 3 and 9. 3 and 9 is realistic for the Bruins. I don't know if Deshaun Foster survives 3 and 9. I hope they give him a chance. He needs to get recruits in there. Chip Kelly did not do us any favors by leaving so late. His coaching staff did not get a chance to recruit. We did not get a chance to raise NIL funds. UCLA may have to find some deep pockets and flat out pay for some players to come to Westwood. Leon Frazier said the Saints scored 90 points in 2 games. 90 points, y'all. They're not playing around with nobody. The Aints, no more. The Aints are. Willanumsi said, I'm mad I didn't pick up West African brother Kamara. What talking about, man? You didn't pick up the West African. Shame on you. That's what you get. I should have picked up Saquon Barkley instead of CMC. I'll be mad about that for a minute. SG said it's going to be an uphill battle all season in the Big Ten. That's to say it the nicest way possible. I'm saying 3 and 9. He needs at least 3 seasons. Yes, he needs 3 seasons. I'm hoping the pigmentation of his skin does not nullify that fact. Let that man get a chance to get his program going. Right now, he ain't looking too hot. Canelo handled business with a decisive win over youngster Berlanga. So we knew this was going to be the outcome. We saw the press conference and Berlanga was chewing his gum. Shout out to Alfredo Torres, Papi Chulo. We both agreed he was chewing his gum and blinking too much. He wasn't ready for Canelo. Canelo is a redheaded bully from the block who likes to fight. And it is now David Benavidez and Bud Crawford. Bud still wants to fight Canelo. Even though he'll be jumping 2 more weight classes. Canelo is a big boy, weight-wise. He's not that tall. but he's bigger than anybody that Bud has beaten. His last fight at 154, he did not knock him out. He went the distance, and it will come down to a game of class, cat and mouse. Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. I would still love to see it. Hopefully it happens before they're too old. Tua Tagovailoa. We all saw it. Tua got his bell rung again. This time he ran into, I don't know if it's ironic. I don't know how you want to, kind of, you run into Damar Hamlin's chest. And that's how Damar Hamlin died last time. He gives up his chest. Tua throws his head in there. When you always hear coaches tell quarterbacks to just get down and slide. All right, so Tua's not going to retire, even though we are all pleading with him to retire. And I'm going to tell you why. I was in Tua's position. Of course, not in the NFL with millions upon millions, $100 million on the line. Mine was in the Arena Football League. I got a concussion in a freak collision. And I found myself asleep on the carpet in an arena game playing for San Jose SaberCats against, I think, either the New York Dragons or the Chicago Rush. I can't remember. Concussions are kicking in. However, I rushed back because you don't think the concussion was that big of a deal. When your body comes back and you're feeling good, you don't have headaches, the lights don't hurt, you come back immediately. The following week, after I took 1 week off, my first contact, I was asleep on the carpet because my brain was loose at that point. So I became a concussion problem, a concussion prone player. So they gave me a special helmet. We went from Rydell to bike, the kind we grew up wearing, the heavy bike helmets. And I had to sign off a liability disclaimer that I would not hold the team liable to anything that might happen to me. I was that confident it wouldn't happen again. So I took 3 weeks off, felt good, went back out there and played the rest of the season without using my head. I made it a concerted effort to tackle with my shoulder pads and my arms. I was not going to stick my head into any tackles. And as a defensive back, I was able to avoid that contact. Now in arena football, sometimes you play both ways. I played receiver and I caught a couple of passes and I made sure I avoided head-to-head contact by giving up my body and just going down. I did not retire because of my concussions. I retired because I couldn't pass a physical with my other multiple injuries. So as I left the San Jose SaberCats and tried to sign with the Philadelphia Soul or the Las Vegas Gladiators, the Las Vegas Gladiators offered me a better contract. So I go through the process of making that team. First things first is physicals. And they go through my physical. I have metal in my arm. I have no meniscus in my left knee. I have both shoulders have been operated on. So I'm pretty much damaged goods. The concussions are not why I retired. My other bodily injuries on top of the concussions is why I was forced to retire, because I couldn't pass a physical. Tua will have clearance to play. There's a physician out there that will clear him. I went to 4 doctors to get cleared. The 4th doctor will say, hey, there's still a chance you're going to get concussed again. But you're a man. This is your livelihood. Sign the liability disclosure, and I'll clear you to play. It's going to happen for Tua. I think he needs to have a very special helmet, and he needs to promise himself and his family that he will not take any hits. Remember, last year he played the entire season without getting hit. I don't think dudes are trying to hit Tua in the head. They don't want to be part of that narrative. But this hit came because Tua put his head in Damar Hamlin's chest. This was on Tua. Tua has to slide, or Tua has to get down no matter what. That Polynesian fire to be a warrior has to take a back seat. Your pride has to take a back seat, because now you're talking about quality of life. So you guaranteed $124 million if you never play again. I don't think this is about money. I think Tua has plenty of money. Tua does not want to go out like that. That was a terrible game for him. And to go out with a concussion would not sit well with him moving forward. So I believe he'll play again against all of our opinions. It's just that's how we're wired, man. I would have played again. I would have forgotten that I had these concussions. I would have stuck my head in there again and put myself in, because you don't think your life's in jeopardy. It's just a concussion. It's like a boxer getting knocked down. You just keep getting back up. But once you get knocked out once, you're so susceptible to getting knocked out again. Like a punch-drunk boxer. When Roy Jones got knocked out that first time by Antonio Tarver, his chin was never the same. He was getting beat by journeymen after that. So it's really, really unfortunate. But Tua Tagovailoa should retire. But I put $2 on it. He won't. He will play again. And there will be a doctor that clears him. Group says Tua gets $124 million if the NFL tells him he has to retire. Tua loses $124 if he retires on his own. Money is one hell of a drug. Tua gets $124 million if the NFL tells him to retire. So guess what? The NFL's not going to tell him to retire. They're going to clear him. He's going to sign off. He's going to get his weekly checks. But the guaranteed money is in the balance. We have to wait and see how it unfolds, fellas. I appreciate that, SG. It's I'm not sure, man. I wasn't even like telling the whole, like I would tell my wife that the doctor said I'm good, and we weren't concerned about my livelihood and my life. We just thought it was just freak accidents and it won't happen again. JJ in here, he needs a Daft Punk helmet. He needs to wear that Kelso helmet, that spaceship helmet from the little guy on the Jetsons. He just needs to wear that big old padded helmet, even though he's at the point. It's not about the actual contact. It's about the jarring. It's about the abrupt movement. Like if he sneezes too hard and sees that light, like I said last week, that's a concussion. That's a concussion. Mike Staff said he will retire. Until I hear it from his mouth, I don't think he's going to retire. Mike says, I'm triggered by this topic because when he got concussed last time, some dude at the barbershop bet me he was going to retire back then. And I told that joker he wasn't going to retire yet because he didn't get paid yet. I bet him $200 and he stiffed me. You bet on somebody else's health. Somebody else retired. That's not a good bet, man. I just put a nice $2 on it so it don't mean nothing. $200? Yeah, I'd be a little perturbed too. Shame on you. Shame on you. So I hope he retires. And if he does come back, I pray he just avoids all contact. Again, he went the entire season last year without getting hit. It's almost like the NFL said, let's not hit Tua. Kind of like the WNBA saying, let's not lock up Caitlin Clark. Let's let her score a little bit. Shout out to Kriston Johnson, who is the biggest Caitlin Clark fan. And me and Jimmy Mack been jamming him up, saying, man, you've been jocking one player. You've never said anything about anybody. And you played in the bubble with Michael Jordan. I've never seen you starstruck, and you're starstruck over Caitlin Clark. And he said, I like her game. I was like, okay. I want to hear the same energy when Juju comes to the league, or we're going to call you a sellout. My 2 cents, man. Speaking of WNBA, shout out to Asia Wilson. A1K, 1,000 points in one season. And my man Chris posted a video of Caitlin Clark defending Asia Wilson, and she stopped her from scoring. He said she locked her up. If you don't knock it off, that was one possession. If Asia locks up Caitlin Clark and keeps her from scoring, they're going to say she's bullying her. Asia Wilson is the best player in the league, hands down. I don't want to hear it. Don't even want to hear it. Chris is strategic with his banter. Oh, very much so. I called him on it. I said, if you know something about the algorithm that we don't know, let us know. I will include Caitlin Clark on my post, because I know I posted a few Caitlin Clark praises, and I got 5,000 views on certain videos talking about Caitlin Clark. She moved the needle, definitely, but she has holes in her game, so don't try to crown her as the best ever. I still think that belongs to Maya Moore. The Dodgers are rolling. I'm happy about it. High fives all around. They split with the Atlanta Braves, the once powerful Atlanta Braves. They're not where they need to be. I think we knocked them out of playoff contention for now. What I do have a problem with is the Dodgers celebration dance. What is that? That thing looks like the advertising balloon guy, where you wave and he's waving. Whatever they do whenever the guy gets a hit. Mookie Betts and all the guys do it. We gotta get a better celebration, Dodgers. We gotta get a better celebration. Mike Staff said the Bills sideline said slide. DC really ain't that special. I like her game. If Maya Moore shot more threes. The Bills sideline said slide. The Bills. Nobody wants to see, and I'm pretty sure they told DeMar Hamlin, don't tackle with your chest. That's what got you in trouble last time. Oh, man, the Sparks should be good next year. They will go no lower than the 4th pick. They need to go ahead and tank again so they can get Juju the following year. SC girl playing for the Sparks. Oh, man. That's a match made in heaven. That's the Shohei Ohtani dance. Oh, man, it's terrible. They need to knock that off. All right, Deshaun Watson's in trouble again. All right, so what we going to do about Deshaun freaky sneaky Watson, man? What we going to do about Deshaun Watson? He finally scored, but he's playing terribly. He caught another case. When is his contract up? I'm sure the Browns are asking that daily. He's not the same quarterback. This is just like Tiger Woods, man. When Tiger Woods got caught with the freaky sneaky, he could no longer play. And he got in a car accident. It's a series of unfortunate events. But something right now with Deshaun Watson, he ain't him no more, man. Maybe he needs to go to Carolina. Or the Miami Dolphins. He needs to be with a genius. Mike McDaniels is somewhat of a genius. Juju not coming out for 2 more years. Yeah, I said next year. Not this year. Next year. This season, next season. She's coming out. Because the WNBA draft is pretty much right after the basketball season, right? So she has 2 seasons left at SC. And then she comes out. So that's 2026. So this is 24, 25, 25, 26, 26. Juju, the birth of Juju. So help's on the way. Paige Becker's coming out next year. They make women play 4 years or wait 4 years after high school. What? No, they make them wait 4. I thought I can leave early, 3rd year. Is that factual, Mike Staff? They got to play the whole 4 years? They're gonna change that. They're gonna change that. Sparks getting Paige Beckers. 27? Oh man, that's terrible. You figure this is 25, 24, 25 is her sophomore year. 25, 26 is her junior year. She has to play to her senior year. What if she graduates early? Oh my God, that is terrible. They're gonna have to change that. If the guys can come out after 1 year, the ladies should be at least come out 3rd year. Because good thing there's NIL, and she don't have to wait to get paid. She can get paid right now. I'm sure she's getting paid right now. That's wild. Deshaun Watson needs to go ahead and go on back and get his massages or whatever he used to do to get right, because he ain't been the same since, man. I feel bad for my man. All right, I saw a video from the Big Ticket and Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and he was trying to get Paul Pierce to understand the magnitude of an entrance that got everybody buzzing. Let me see if I can't download this without messing up my show. I know I downloaded it here. Here we go. Let's send it to my MacBook Pro. I didn't get a chance to download my video today because I was rushing, but there's no time like the present. This here got me pretty hyped up. It's the entrance of Mets closer Edwin Diaz. He's balling. He has 26 saves, 1.39 ERA, and he struck out 91 batters in just 45 innings. The Mets are 61-0 when leading after the 8th inning because of Diaz, and his entrance does not disappoint. And I think I can pull it up now that I put it in my database. Here we go.
Man looking for a save.
Now the song is called Narco by Blaster Jacks and Timmy Trumpet. And the crowd goes crazy. Watch this.
Number 39, Edwin
That got me hyped up, man. I mean, just to have your own walk-up music and have a live trumpeter play it, oh man, that thing had me geeked up, and I'm not even playing. And it sounds like a warrior entrance, like, and he's just coming in there to strike dudes out, man. I was like, what is Kevin Garnett talking about? I said, I had to look it up myself and play it loud. And I was kind of like, right, I felt the crowd getting hyped, and he came out the bullpen. Hey, that was pretty dope, man. I think that's pretty dope. And he said he's going to keep it. As long as he's playing well, I guess it fits. It fits, man. Watson need to go to a warm weather state, city, and go back to his professional favors on league minimum contract. Wow, league minimum. Well, he got the maximum, so he's straight. Yeah, man. Live Max Staff. AC2 up in here. San Jose State is 3-0. Going up to Washington State this week. Hey, keep them boys in your prayers. Max Staff. I need a harpist scored. I know I'm saying that wrong. SG. That thing. I played the trumpet once. I never played like that. Hey, that thing had me hyped up, man. Them high notes, man. That's great stuff right there. Tend to love today. I saw Nightcap or clips of it the other day. And Uncle Shay, as Unk season continues. So apparently a viral video of Unk in an intimate situation with another person went live. As a TV guy, SG, I know you can agree. For sweeps week, anything's possible. All pub is good pub. I smell a stage. You got to press 3 buttons to go live on Instagram. And immediately after the event, they go live. And now he has an endorsement for some pills. He doesn't get fired from Disney. Followers grow. Videos continue to rake in the views. So I'm not buying it. I think it was a staged event to get rumors to kind of quell and to kind of like hopefully dissuade some opinions that are forming about his sexuality. Most of us really could care less, but apparently enough people do. So this was a double-edged sword in that he could silence the naysayers and at the same time gain more notoriety. I mean, he's trying to keep up with the 17 million that Cat Williams got. This is the Club Shay show. So remember, Cat Williams' appearance on Club Shay is the highest viewed podcast almost of all time. I'm not sure if it's all time, but this 3-hour interview with Cat Williams is 17 million views in. And nothing has come close. This too smells like a thirst trap, so to speak, to get people to talk about them, you know, stay in the trending category. And it worked. It worked. Like I said, I played this trumpet and that's not easy to do. It doesn't look, my lips hurt thinking about it. Because you got to burp, 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 burp. Them lips got to be on point. Josh said it was with P. Diddy. Is it was with P. Diddy. it. That could be it. My Michelle? Very well, possibly. Could have been a situation. Gotta dispel the facts. Gotta dispel all the rumors and the theories. As you said, exactly. He's perfect. Unc loved it. He says he's not gay. Yeah, you can say it all you want, but is your boyfriend gay? That's all that really matters. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We're not listening to my pastor. We're not listening to the evangelist. We're listening to a man, a former NFL football player, Hall of Famer, talking about whatever he needs to talk about. His timing was perfect. On point. I don't care. I like I like your show too. I think it's funny. But, you know, I know when I'm being trolled. I know when I'm being lied to. When Ocho said at least it was Michelle and not Michael. Oh, man. Oh, man. Skylar Brunson in here, my dog. I'm glad you're here, Skylar, because I'm talking about LSU next. We're talking about LSU in a minute. Skylar Brunson from Louisiana in the house. Graduate, Full Sail University, broadcaster in the making. Pretty sure I saw him walking around the airport with a small dog. Oh my goodness. That was with a dude. I didn't watch it. You didn't have to watch it. You had to listen to it. There was no video. The video was of the ceiling. You could only hear two men grunting. I'm sorry, a man and a woman. But the woman had a deep voice. And it wasn't Asia Wilson. We know she has a deep voice. But we know Asia Wilson's a female. You can't wear shorts that tight and swing like that. You know, sports flicks. All right, so a money grab, a money game, LSU. The LSU Tigers were the focal point of a documentary on Amazon Prime Video. And I gotta say, it was really good. It talked about the LSU Tigers superstars and how NIL has changed the game. Amazon Prime, the money game, LSU, I imagine they're going to do other schools. It premiered last week, starring gymnast Livy Dunn as one of the most high-profile NIL athletes in the world. And then shooting guard Flau'jae Johnson, guard Angel Reese, track and field champion Aaliyah Armstrong, Heisman Trophy winner Jaden Daniels, and LSU basketball team walk-on guard Trace Young. And it talks about how each of them have their own corner of the market. And for some, it's way more lucrative than others. While some, like Jaden Daniels, who did not need to really cash in on his because he's going to be the NFL top pick. Contrastly, the women need to cash in because this is their biggest window to make money. So, for instance, Livy Dunn, who is a backup on her team at LSU's gymnastics national championship team, she was an alternate most weeks, but she's the most recognizable and she sells the tickets. So it's not always about being a star athlete. It's about being marketable. So a lot of these young ladies who had followings since a kid, like Flau'jae Johnson did, she already had, 500,000 followers before LSU. Now she's just way more marketable. Now she's a rapper. Now she's a starting point guard for, very high profile basketball team. And she's an entrepreneur. And you all know Angel Reese's story. She's the Bayou Barbie, and she had millions upon millions of followers, and she's making millions of dollars in college. She doesn't even need WNBA money. She just wants to go to WNBA to get pro status and get respect from the rest of the basketball world. Now, Aaliyah Armstrong, who struggles with her NIL deals because track and field is not as recognizable, and it's not all year round, and she does the hurdles, and she doesn't sprint. She doesn't do the 60 or the 100. She does the hurdles. The hurdlers don't get highly marketed just for being at LSU. She got to do something crazy. So she needs to make more content. That's where Trace Young comes in. He's a master at making content. So she goes to him for help. It's a great story. Money Game, LSU on Prime Video. Unk season continues. We'll pick it up next week. I got to run because it's now time for the Ride Chevy and Nasty on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to head over there. We lost Frankie Beverly from Frankie Beverly and Maze this week. All our greats, man. All those great songs. So put on the best of Maze featuring Frankie Beverly and enjoy the rest of your evening, rest of your week. Thoughts and prayers to the family of Frankie Beverly and anybody else who has lost a loved one this week. I'm always praying for my family, praying for my people, praying for all my friends. You guys be safe, love one another, and we'll talk to you next time on the flip side. Oh, my brother reminded me Tito Jackson passed away too. Goodness gracious. So James Earl Jones, Frankie Beverly, Tito. And it's not because anything but guys are getting old. Guys are getting older. And guys run the course. So we got a lot of good memories and all of those good people. And take care of yourselves. Drink water, exercise, eat more vegetables. That way you can be here as long as God allows you to be here. And let's pray Yeshua will be a blessing to your life and you live long and prosper. All right. I'll see y'all next time on AC Sports Live Show. I'm out.